Paper is a ubiquitous material that we use in our daily lives, from writing notes to packaging goods. But have you ever wondered about the chemistry behind this seemingly simple material? In this video, we will explore the chemistry of paper from its composition to its properties. A stack of paper on a desk, with a pen and a ruler next to it. Paper is made from plant fibers, primarily from trees. These fibers are processed to create a pulp, which is then pressed and dried to form paper. But what exactly are these fibers made of, and how do they form paper? A diagram of a tree, with labels for the different parts. Let's start with the source of paper fibers: trees. Trees are made up of three main parts: the bark, the cambium layer, and the wood. The bark is the outer layer of the tree, and it protects the tree from external damage. The cambium layer is a thin layer of cells that produces new cells, allowing the tree to grow. The wood is the inner part of the tree, and it provides structural support. A close-up of a cross-section of a tree trunk with labels for the different parts. The fibers used to make paper come from the wood of the tree. Specifically, they come from the cell walls of the wood fibers. These cell walls are made up of a complex mixture of organic compounds, including cellulose, hemicellulose, and lignin. A diagram of a wood fiber, with labels for the different parts. Cellulose is the most abundant organic compound in the cell walls of wood fibers, making up about 40–50% of the dry weight. It is a long chain of glucose molecules, linked together by beta-14 glycosidic bonds. Hemicellulose is another type of carbohydrate that makes up about 20–30% of the dry weight of the cell walls. It is a more complex mixture of sugars than cellulose, and it provides additional structural support to the cell walls. Lignin is a complex polymer that makes up about 20–30% of the dry weight of the cell walls. It provides additional structural support and helps to bind the cellulose and hemicellulose together. A close-up of a microscope image of wood fibers, with labels for the different parts. When these wood fibers are processed to create pulp, they are broken down into their individual components. The cellulose and hemicellulose are separated from the lignin, and they are then reassembled into a new material, paper. A diagram of the paper-making process, with labels for the different steps. The process of making paper involves several steps, including pulping, bleaching, and drying. In the pulping step, the wood fibers are broken down into a pulp using chemicals or mechanical processes. In the bleaching step, the pulp is treated with chemicals to remove any impurities and to whiten the paper. Finally, the pulp is dried and pressed to form paper. A time-lapse video of the paper-making process, from pulping to drying. Now that we know the basic chemistry behind paper, let's explore some of its properties in the next segment.